Okay. Welcome to day 284. Oh, late. Yeah. Shut the fuck up, Mr. Rum. All right, I already know I'm late. I was at a call with my dying grandma. She's old, all right? And speaking of dying, here's my score for the day, huh? I am itchy. So that's Kate. That score is going down 6.4. Still a good day, though. Very eventful. Something about getting good scores in pinball, it just makes my day. Caden, I'll make this relatable for you. It's like getting Reddit gold. I'm sure you've gotten that. I wouldn't know, but yeah, you fucking people. I like your shirt. Oh, well, thank you. I don't know. I don't know what this means, but it's some sort of literary statement. It's written in some cool literary font. So, you guys decoded. What do you think this represents? Is it a commentary on society and how things are a little upside down today? We live in 2022 and things are a little bit upside down. Normal past. Why did that make me laugh? Shit's not funny. God damn it. All right, you fucking got me. That's not even good. All right, it's some Kanye shit. Oh, of course. Yeah, I knew this shirt cost like $500 for a reason. Of course, I knew he was selling it. All right. Let's see. These are the most uneven pieces I've ever made in my entire goddamn life, but that's okay. 5 pieces today. And I have my water ready, you best believe. But you know what? This one will be waterless. You found are you guys a fan of the California drought? Because that's what it's going to be like inside my mouth. Because this shit will absorb all the paper and all the water. This will absorb all of the water. God damn it! It's 11:35, guys. All right, I was supposed to be getting ready for my first fucking day of stupid dumbass community college. Even though I should be going on my second year, but instead I've procrastinated for a year. I haven't even been in school for like a year and a half. Oh my fucking god! What are your thoughts on microplastics? My thoughts is that I'm probably eating a small trace of them right now, and you know what I say? Microplastics are probably significantly more harmful than the paper to any capacity, but again, as long as we don't make it too sudden and we take all the effort we can to legitimately decrease the amount of it in there, I don't think it matters that there is a small amount of microplastics existing because the human body is extraordinarily good at adapting. So, as long as things don't go too haywire all at once, I don't have too much concern. However, that doesn't mean we shouldn't, do stuff, right? If you guys want a serious answer to that question, there should be actual action taken to a degree, but people shouldn't be like, just people have to realize that the human body is made for big changes like this. I mean, you guys know what the fucking Ice Age is? What the Ice Age was far more drastic of a change than anything that these microplastics things ever have or ever will do. So, it's just that it needs to be more gradual. It can't come all at once. And if we aren't careful, then it's going to happen all at once. And before long, we're going to be 80% water, 50% plastic. Yeah. All right. Piece number 2. Ask me more political fucking questions. I'll answer them to the best of my abilities. And if I don't care about a subject, I'll legitimately tell you I don't have enough shit in my head for this one. Dabbing emoji. That's pretty political. I'll tell you this. Really don't think that that the dabbing emoji is as centrist as people think it is. You're dabbing in one direction. Which direction are you going in? What do I think of Andrew? Oh my fucking god! This is the 3rd time you guys have asked me about it. Okay, all right, yeah. You guys, of course, you guys are gonna ask a shitload of questions. Right? I don't have the time to answer half of them. All right, let me look up. I'm gonna actually look up who Andrew Tate is. I think I did that last time. It was just some really boring guy. Who in the world is this Andrew Tate character? TikTok deletes account of Andrew Tate. Okay, that's a good start. He's a kickboxer. What did he like? I don't know. Did he grab someone's nuts and squeeze them? It was kind of like a Mike Tyson biting off the ear type deal, where he would just. What's the fucking deal with this guy? Can you guys actually tell me who is Andrew? Why is this Andrew Tate guy such a big deal? Who is this fucking person? Okay. Well, Lip actually has a serious. Of course, she's the one to come in with a serious question out of fucking nowhere. He's 6'3". Not as tall as Dave. Dave could probably, I don't know, grab Andrew Tate's balls and kind of break them in a couple seconds. Andrew Tate guy, and he's bald. Oh, give me a break. But yeah, you guys explain to me why in the fuck this Andrew Tate guy is supposed to be a big deal. Thoughts on femboys? I think Caden's one. So that's my thoughts on femboys. Caden, you are the femboy expert. You answer all those questions. What are your thoughts on the political compass? How effective labeling of ideology? I'm guessing ideologies plural is. The political compass is a bunch of BS. The thing is that I personally, the farthest I go when it comes to labeling is there are people who align themselves with the left. However, I know for a fact that they do have opinions that are aligned more with conservative ideals because that's the real world works in a much more gray area type way. But of course, these dunderheads are not going to acknowledge that, so they're just going to. And you know, it's a form of a confirmation bias, but it's a lot more internal. So, you know, I think I gave this as an example. If you are experiencing a tough breakup, which happens very frequently, obviously, your brain will often trick itself into loving a rebound character, where you will legitimately think that you have actual feelings for a person who you otherwise very likely would never feel feelings for, because your subconscious brain has this whole rebound jealousy plan behind the scenes, and you don't even know it. And that's what I think the political compass is. A lot of it is people who align in a conservative way or in a liberal way, who check off all these little boxes to just fit the stereotype of liberal conservative. To me, that's the majority of that shit. It's them having some ideas that fit within that circle, but a lot of it it's just them just believing in some stuff that they don't believe in, just to kind of fit in with their group. And I mean, I'm not explaining it in the cleanest cut way, but I think I'm getting my point across. You guys know what I'm talking to what I'm talking about. So, however, with that said, I believe that my personal values, I'd say a good 10 to 12% of what I believe in could align with the political left, or what is very sloppily labeled as the political left. But the rest of it, by chance, by the way, I think a lot of this stuff is very circumstantial and has nothing to do with each other. I mean, stuff involving I know you guys love to make narratives about this, but stuff involving healthcare and abortion, like I actually healthcare and abortion are they're kind of on a similar thing, even though abortion should not be healthcare, and healthcare that whole thing about healthcare being available is complicated. But there are some political ideas like, okay, let me think about this. What's like another political issue? Like abortion and socialism, like that, the idea of capitalism versus socialism and Roe v. Wade, like those have so little to do with each other. And there are people who would have one opinion on one thing and another, but of course, people who are on the political, it's not even a spectrum. There's no political spectrum with most of these fucking people. It's just, if you like socialism, then you have to be against abortion. And that's just one example, right? Obviously, it spreads much further, but I do think that the people who happen to align themselves with the left, and this is me not conforming to the political compass or political labeling, the people who happen to want to conform to these this checklist of ideologies when it comes to the political left, these people, I think the particular ideas associated with the left relies a lot more on abandoning logos in favor of pathos. So you're going to see a lot more illogical behavior and a lot more of this very unfair political labeling. Because you're going to see, if you get into an argument with somebody who labels himself as someone on the political left versus someone who labels himself on the political right, you're going to notice the political left is going to do a lot more. You said blank, therefore you are a blank. You're a bigot, you're this, you're that, therefore you should be blanked. That is a prime example. Just juicy, just medium rare cooked, perfect definition of what this like bullshit political labeling is. And guess who primarily does it? That's right, the people who will choose to align themselves with the political left. And which is why, no offense, guys, but I believe that the political left in general, based off the people who just gravitate towards these ideas, are generally a lot more fucking stupid. I don't label myself as part of any party. Exactly. And here's the thing. Being a centrist is its own little form of conformism in of itself. You just got to do it right, obviously. Just believe in what you believe in. And in some debate circles, that means you're gonna have some opinions that just conform with certain things. I mean, there's no way to have an opinion on something and to not conform to some certain type of. So there's always a level of conformity. If you don't want to conform, then just have zero thoughts at all, aka like, I don't know, be dead or something like that. Because even the act of thinking about not conforming is a way of conforming. That conforming to stuff, it's inevitable, and you edgy teenagers should accept it and just conform already. Fuck's sake. How tall is Dave? 6'5". Going on to 6'6". His growth spurts are not over yet. Okay. But you two, Jesus Christ. Yeah, you know, I want to know how tall Owen is. That seems like Owen seems like a guy who would have an unexpected growth spurt, but I never met you personally, Daniel, but I do know for a fact that you're probably very skinny or something. I don't know. You're probably very unexpectedly tall. You probably wear a beret. You probably have a goatee. I'm not gonna say how bushy it really is, but I'll say that it's a goatee that exists. I have a perfect image in my head of you just right now. I don't know how you look, but no, I am in fact overweight. Okay, well, you know what? Whatever, man. Just eat more carrots. I don't know what to say to you. Trust me, being overweight's better than being underweight. You know, the thing is that I've gained some weight recently, so I don't think I'm no longer underweight, but for a lot of my life I was very skinny and it sucked. It's just skinny people are it's I mean, yeah, you can fit in tight spaces, but that's about it. I mean, it's just, you know, people really do look down on a skinny boy a lot. You know, being fat is a sign of wealth and that you've made it. Oh shit, that's my microphone. You know, it's a sign that you've made it in life. So, you know. God damn it, that paper stayed in my mouth for too long. We're alike in that. Brian can confirm that. Yeah. You know, I really feel like an odd one out right now. But hey, I will say I am, for the most part, I don't think this is true anymore, but I am no longer underweight. I am kind of average. I don't know. It's hard to say. I'm disproportionate. I'll say that. My dad forced me to run 5 miles a day. My legs are a lot more muscular than my skinny ass arms. And I know, yes, Brian's a drummer, this and that and the other thing. It's not really about being strong. It's about technique and how you move. It's not in the arms, by the way. All right. It's all about the wrist. However, I will say, with that said, this part of my, like, this is unnaturally skinny. I wish that I could put some meat on these bones, but I've been trying for years. I've been eating as many burgers as I can, and it doesn't do anything. But I will say, this part bulked up. And now I'd never do this, okay? But I'm feeling snarky today. All right, I'm gonna do a quick flex. Okay, calm the fuck down. All right, and there we go. Wow. Okay. Yeah. That is the only time I'll ever do this, and this looks really awful. But that's fine. Hey, I admit it looks cool. All right, it looks awesome. Look at how big it is. Ah. All right, that's it. We're done. All right. A great food to gain weight is pot. Holy shit, you're right, man. I got to get back into those. I think they bring on a lot of wrist fat, so I can look. I can complete the circle because I've already gained weight in my torso, bulging now. I'm like a freshly fed tick. But God damn it, It doesn't matter. I don't think I'm. I mean, I haven't gotten into an arm wrestle in a while, but I don't know. Maybe I have retard strength. Who knows? But yeah, I'll make sure to buy some Pop-Tarts. I've been told they all taste the same, but that doesn't matter. I'm gonna go to this next time I go to the store. I gotta remember get the Pop-Tarts. I think they're in Rite Aid. Rite Aid has everything. So, see your nips. Okay, yeah, here. All right, now listen. This is not a violation of community guidelines. Okay, I'm not a lady. All right, and I'm not one of those trans. There's no loophole around this. This is totally safe. I am not flashing minors. Don't you dare pin that on me. All right, if I make a fucking. So I mean, by those same standards, you're telling me that anybody who makes a video where they're swimming shirtless is on the same level as me. Okay, so to make sure None of Caden's little lesbian friends make this whole fucking narrative, just in case. I know it's probably not going to happen, but I before I do this, I gotta just 100% confirm to you. And also, you guys have fucking pictures of me with shirtless. You already have that. But if you really want it, here, let's measure the fat levels. And trust me, I am one fat son of a bitch. Okay, so look at that. Look at how fucking fat I am. You see, look at this. See the bulge? See it? All right, and the nips don't matter. Okay, that's just off to the side. But listen, I'm so fucking. Look at how much. See, you hear that? That's not normal. All right. So you know what? Let's go back over here. This over here. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna finish eating this sheet of paper, and you guys are gonna have to stare at the kind of top area of my nipples here. I'm not gonna like stretch my spine and go all the way up there. I don't give two hairy fucks. So yeah, I'm glad you guys are really happy about that. All right. Okay. So now, God damn it, Ian. All right. Anyways, fellas, now that I have really fulfilled all your needs, I'm gonna eat the rest of this paper, and I have already filmed some shirtless paper eating videos. I don't give a fuck because this is not my first time. And listen, I am a man in my room who is not violating community guidelines. YouTube, if you're gonna do the same thing you fucking did with that 50 subscriber toilet vlog special, which by the way I succeeded in re-uploading, so screw you, Susan. Then you know, we're gonna have to question your standards, huh? All right, so reported. Well, I'm glad. This is a very productive paper stream, Mr. J. We talked about centrist politics, and I got reported for stripping. All right, okay. This one's the biggest piece, so we gotta do a paper eating stream with only a Speedo one. Well, I'll need to buy a Speedo, and I know they overprice those things. Like $20 for like 2 inches of spandex. Heck no. Fuck that. I have no money as is already. I literally spent it all on pinball yesterday. I need to stop doing that. A thong could work. I'm not gonna steal one from my mom. I don't want her STDs. I'll have to. I'll figure something out. And in the coming years, you'll eventually find something for me. For day 300. Oh, for day 300, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna do that for day 500. How about that? Actually, no. I'm not gonna make any promises because you fuckers are gonna remember this like 200 days later. Oh god. Do a paper stream with nothing on. You guys are really getting ambitious, aren't you, huh? Really asking for too much from the, church communal basket. Well, guess what? As the church of good content, I only stick to holy principles. So I was starting to think you weren't going to stream. Yeah, I was really thinking I was going to keep my shirt on for the whole day, but it turns out, sometimes the day doesn't go your way. But it was for science. You really had to see if I was fat or not. And confirmed, I am in fact fat. All right. So are you ready? Come on. Final piece. Get fucking ready. I'm quite the snowflake. Oh, thank you. Aren't we all? There are, by the way, I'd say 3.5 trillion. I'm not kidding. Trillion snowflakes that fall every year, even with global warming. Can you believe it? And they are no a snowflake are the same. Statistically speaking, it is quite literally impossible for one snowflake to identically resemble another. So we are all even less special than snowflakes when you think about it. So, anyways, with that said, I'm going to pop this into my mouth. Caden, what do we talk about politically labeling people? But that's okay. I do like the dabbing emoji. It's a good touch for today. Keep using it. So, final piece. It's behaving pretty well. If any of you want to ask me actual political questions involving real political issues, I love politics. So anytime. On this stream, by the way, would be the best time. Randomly DMing me a bunch of shit on Instagram that's It's very annoying, and I hate doing those voice messages because that's what works every time people try to do that shit with me. So I should dab. What I don't know what that means, but maybe. Oh yeah, wait a minute. Like 3 years ago, I think I did dab on stream. That was a one-time thing only. That was my contract. Only allowed to dab once. I dare you to find it. If you can find it, I will allow for you to spread that GIF everywhere on your stupid Discord servers like shit on toilet paper. What is your stance on orange people? They need more sunscreen, but I also think that because your skin turns red when it gets the second degree, maybe even fourth degree sunburn. But once you get like when fourth degree, that's when the bubbles pop up, and I've never exceeded that. I'm a guy who stays inside if you catch my drift. But back in the day when I was in a couple surf camps, I noticed that there were in fact some fourth degree sunburns from these fools who would forget to bring their sunscreen. So what I would think about is there is actually a fifth degree sunburn, and that's when your skin turns orange, and that's called an infection. You should go to the doctor and never go outside again. What do I think of our involvement in foreign wars? I mean, foreign wars in plural, right? It depends on what foreign war it is, right? Some of our reasons are less noble than others. I think a lot of recently us getting involved in foreign wars is just us playing a publicity stunt and pretending like we're the giant empath of nations. When it's clearly a bunch of BS, especially when sleepy old Joe's running this country. So that guy is the definition of pretending to be an empath when he clearly has no idea what the fuck he's doing. What do you think will start the next large war? I think my theory is that trans people are going to start overstepping their boundaries even more than they already are. And they're going to start demanding extreme levels of privilege, and then people are going to go, yeah, how about we don't do that? And then the trans people are going to get a giant pitchfork, and I don't know, I'm gonna run around the Capitol. I'm gonna start stabbing people, and then of course there will be no hearing. They won't be charged. You know who the system's more lenient towards these days? It's like everybody complains that the system is rigged in favor of Republicans when all of the big news outlets are continually like making moves against them and thrashing them and getting away with it. Where in the meantime, it's like anybody, any news outlet or anybody, regardless of size, makes one comment criticizing just one pundit on the left, and they immediately get banned. It's like, oh yeah, who's being worked against here, huh? So, you know. But yeah, no. The thing is that you'll have to give some actual examples, and I'm not too well versed in foreign wars, but I'll say the majority of the time I would probably not be a big fan of us getting involved in foreign wars. I don't know how that politically aligns with you guys, but not getting involved in unnecessary foreign wars is kind of my thing. So that deserves a thumbs up for sure. Yeah, well, I mean, in politics, yeah, all you got to do is follow the money. And trust me, man, the liberals are Hansel and Gretel, and the breadcrumbs are the... Actually, wait a minute. No, because the breadcrumbs get eaten up by the birds. Imagine if Hansel and Gretel, they scattered pebbles. Because birds can't eat that, right? I mean, this money stuff, they just don't care to clean it up. So, you got to just trace it back, and you'll notice who's being paid, who the big outlets are. The fact that CNN actually ran a pretty honest story criticizing Joe Biden and his approval ratings going pretty low, like lower than Trump's ever did. And these people and then I think Joe Biden, there's this letter that got leaked where he was complaining that the press coverage on him wasn't positive enough. And then CNN deleted the story and was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, Mr. Joe. Yeah, we'll correct that for you." I'm like, holy shit, this is Orwellian as fuck. This is actually happening. Can you believe it? So yes, follow the money. There was literally a payment of like $250,000 just to have like a story corrected. It's hard to believe it's real. It's an actual. We're living a parody. Who are some political commentators, particularly with an online presence, who I think represent... Not very many, that's the thing. There are some who I believe kind of like get close, but the way they conduct themselves is always just so bad. It's because they're online, obviously, and they have this... And when it comes to online audiences, just even the most reasonable people just can't help themselves, and they go off the rails, and they start... Caden, these are good questions, all right? Calm down. And thank you for the dabbing emoji. That's my favorite part of this whole thing. But, let's see. Think about this. if there are a couple political commentators that I like, I'd say I'll give two of them. One of them is not really a political commentator, but he's kind of on the other side where I think he has more informed opinions when it comes to people on the left. Hassan is awful, by the way. Don't follow Hassan. He's one of the worst people to follow. If any of you fucking idiots follow Hassan, I will personally find you and punch you, because he is the definition of pretending to be smarter than he actually is. He is one of the biggest morons on the planet. But I'd say when it comes to political, I'd say Jackson Hinkle's a pretty good one. He doesn't get everything right, but he has a pretty good batting average. The thing is that, of course, people have come to me and asked me about Steven Crowder. I'd say his political ideals are great, but the way he goes about conducting himself about these political ideals can be so bad sometimes that I just refuse to associate with him. But for the most part, when he's doing his change my mind thing, that whole thing that everybody memes the shit out of, I know, but it's a good segment. And when he does his show, he does his, I mean, it's very transparent. It's like, at least try to kind of commit to the bit a little bit, because he's pretending to like disguise himself as an honest conversation haver when it is clearly a trick. Like, he's tricking people. Like, I mean, people who are going, no. He's engaging people in honest conversation. No, he's become very well versed in the issue, and the stuff he's saying, I don't disagree with. A lot of the stuff he says makes sense and it's fine, but just the way he goes about it is very manipulative, and it gives the other side a great foothold. So it's like, if you want to be taken seriously, because, Steven Crowder is an example of someone who can actually be pretty sensible when he puts his mind to it, but like literally every single context that he decides to politically, just skirmish in is very dishonest, his approach. So I'd say just get off of that and maybe have maybe go with pick on somebody your own size, like actually, like, because I think he's scared to get into, I mean, that whole Sam Cedar thing. I think Sam Cedar's a moron, by the way. Sam Cedar is another guy who I would not say anybody should fucking debate with, but I mean, he's kind of on Crowder's level, and Crowder, as long as he does his research and doesn't say anything stupid, he could actually like fare pretty well in a debate against Sam Cedar, but he just chooses not to, because he has this whole like comfort bubble where he just wants to continue being dishonest and manipulative. So it's like, he has good political opinions, but he squanders that potential by fucking approaching everything the wrong way. But thoughts on Ben Shapiro? Ben Shapiro is very annoying. He talks too fast. And I know that's, they say that the things you hate the most about others are the things you hate the most about yourselves. I get that. I'd say Ben Shapiro is another example. The actual stuff he's saying, I don't have a problem with. He has a lot of viewpoints that I think are very sound and sensible, but the way he goes about talking about him is very bad, where I mean, it's not for bad reason, because he clearly has experience where a lot of people, especially on the left, they're going to talk over you, right? And they're just going to do the I'm talking, la la la, I can't hear you, right? And trust me, as a person who have some people in my own family who has repeatedly pulled that shit on me, I trust me, I totally understand why he would do that, but I will say it doesn't make him look good, because him going, I'm the one who's talking, I'm gonna be the one who consistently just smothers just the giant thing, like the entire stage with words. I mean, that's gonna definitely be it's gonna be a turnoff for a lot of people. It's not gonna convince any fencers, I'll tell you that much. But yeah, Julian Assange, I've heard of him. Here. No, I know I've heard of him. I just need to. Yeah, let's see. Let's see. Oh yeah, no, I know what you're talking about. Hey, he's the WikiLeaks guy. Yeah, that guy's cool. Can I randomly slander a person named Cami RQ? Who the fuck? Listen, I can't slander somebody who I don't know, all right? You're going to have to give me more info on this person, all right? If you want me to do it. And I will only do it publicly on here, all right? I'm not going to send any stuff in DMs, because you guys just always love to fucking hog wild with that. And if I do, I'll do it in a voice message, and I'll make it super clean and super mean. But, yeah, I prefer to do it over here. Online commenters are too partisan. I mean, that's my whole thing, because this whole issue with political labeling, it becomes 11 times worse when on the internet when people are just in these giant compartmentalized mobs, and the compartmentalization happens. The main criteria is your political beliefs in many of these cases. So that's my whole point. So tell Cammy to be sillier. All right. Well, Cammy, I don't know you, but one thing I do know is you're definitely not silly enough. All right. So you should I don't know, do a funny little dance more often. I don't know. Get a sock puppet and do some funny bits with it. There you go. Screen record this and send this to her. Cammy's. I might get a DM. Hello, this is Cammy. Yeah, there was a video of you naked with your nipples exposed, telling me to be sillier. You're fired. You're canceled forever. They're losing their silliness. Yeah, there are so many goddamn questions. Well, those are my thoughts on political. When it comes to political commentators, I'd say Dan Crenshaw doesn't really count, but he's online enough and he's active and he makes these videos on the internet enough where I'll say that I think he's a really great one. Another one is this guy's a comedian. He also doesn't count. Kyle Dunnigan. He makes these really shitty looking deep fake videos of Joe Biden. A lot of it's not that funny, but the parts that are hilarious are really good. He's a really good imitator. So look up Kyle Dunnigan and he especially on Instagram. What is it? The Fresh Prince of Joe Air or something like that. I forgot what it is. It's the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, but with Joe Biden as Will Smith, and that's the whole bit. It's such an awful concept, but it's just done with the funniest impressions I've ever heard in my entire life. The Bill Maher impression is absolutely it makes my left nipple wiggle with happiness. Which, by the way, you're not going to see. It's wiggling right now, but yeah, so you guys gonna get blue balled because it's all the way down here. All right, good. Thank you very much, Caden. They are losing their silliness. Oh, for fuck's sake, Caden. It's one of these. Yeah, no, Cammy will be overjoyed. I'm sure she's going to be overjoyed to hear from me. If I didn't talk politics, I guarantee you wouldn't bring this person up, but yeah, whatever. And remember, if there's context missing, come to me. Don't talk behind my back. Come to me and I will clarify. All right, so that was day 284. I am wearing pants, and I will soon be wearing a shirt. And this was a pretty good experience. I always love it. The thing is that people are scared of politics, but it's a really great window into how a lot of us think, and it can teach us some pretty good lessons about the thought process. Will there ever be a return of the online interaction chamber? I've been heavily thinking about it. It's just I'm too goddamn lazy, and I want a couple projects to come out on the main channel and kind of just sit there for a while, just so it can be on the front, just right at the top, so people can just watch it before people, start seeing me do these huge live streams. I will bring it back, but it'll be kind of a more distant future type deal. So experience kind of a micro version of that here. All right. I like how Avery is actually asking real questions and Caden's doing nothing but looking for trouble. But all right, sure. Yeah. Bring up more of your friends. Bring up this actually, I never brought this lady up, but you know what? The thing is that there's no reason to there. So if you could forward this over, hello B. I don't know you, but there has been a somewhat publicized incident of you who doesn't really know me, never met me in person, getting very, very concerned about people who I've gotten involved with romantically. Not Caden. Calm down. All right, take your finger off the cancel button. But my girlfriend or was girlfriend twice over, by the way, Jasmine, who by the way, she's moving away to Berkeley. One of the big reasons we cut it off, but another reason is the second time we got together, it was to aim a little slight at someone who was definitely overstepping their bounds with Jasmine. And this has nothing to do with Caden's little circle of people who are unfortunately imprisoned and by circumstance in the same Discord server as him. But this has nothing to do with any of that circle of people. But this never knew you, but I'm sure if you have some great opinions about me and you keep talking a lot of colorful language about me, I'm sure you'd be overjoyed to see me in person, or not in person, to see me on the internet, or come to me and ask me some clarifying questions, and I will answer them. So yeah, sounds like some great drama. Yeah. You haven't seen the half of it. Holy shit! Yeah, I had to make like an extra ambiguous video on Instagram, like going, hey, you guys who are planning to like literally dox, or yeah, I know it's like partly a joke, but with these people, when you can tell that it's coming from a place of actual distaste for my character, you can definitely kind of tell that it's rooted in reality. So I gotta really play it smart. Gotta kind of get ahead of the curve when I can. I was 100% just I'm really not for people, like I'm fine with people talking crap behind my back. That's inevitable. But when it comes to people like half jokingly making this whole plot to like dox people who I know, I know you're a bunch of like middle schoolers or whatever, and I know you're probably not capable, but yeah, it's you guys really are putting yourselves in a weak position. But this is why I only keep 3 friends. Yeah, no fucking shit. Sounds like I really gotta go. Oh no, don't worry. Anytime soon, and trust me, I got nothing but time. In fact, I have the whole night ahead of me. I should get sleep, but let's see. Caden says otherwise. Otherwise about what? I'm not. Otherwise about B being his friend. that'd be a development, I guess. But yeah. Oh boy, this really is a drama filled day. Hey, I can't wait for the aftermath, huh? But yeah, just know that what happened was I answered some questions. I threw a little bit of shade, and I'm telling people, hey, if you got a problem, you should ask questions to me. Hey, listen, call me a bigot, call me evil, be mean, call names, all that. Make fun of whatever you want. I'm fine with that, but tell it to me, all right? I know, regardless of gender, everybody should be grow some balls. So keep that in mind. All right. Thank you for the dabbing emojis, Caden. Do with this public stream whatever you wish. And if you're going to take things, although I will say, if you take things out of context, context will be given back. All right. So, and listen, I love all you guys. I know I should be trusting you more, but there have been some events recently where you guys have, particularly some few select people. Most of you are fine. Most of you are good, but some of you have given me reason to say all this stuff. So behave yourselves in the future. And with that said, more online interaction to happen in future days. I will see you on day 285. See you on the next one.